Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This video is going to be dedicated to marketing strategy. In this video, we'll discuss what marketing strategy is all about, what are the different components of a marketing strategy, how does it differ from a marketing plan, how advertising and ad campaigns actually flow from a marketing strategy. And throughout this video, we'll share with you case studies that will help you understand the concepts better and see the practical aspects of what we are discussing. With this background, let's get started. So, when we talk about marketing, this is what most people remember: huge billboards at areas like Times Square. Marketing and advertising are so intertwined that for the layman, most of them use the terms interchangeably. But actually, advertising is an implementation of marketing strategy. And here, what you see is advertising. It usually takes many permutations and combinations to get the marketing strategy right. And one of the results of the same is advertising that you see on daily basis. Let's start with a few ad campaigns just to understand what a flawless execution of marketing strategy can produce. The Think Different campaign by Apple, which Steve Jobs launched once he came back to Apple, is one of our favorites.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Steve Jobs himself drew inspiration from Nike campaigns, and here's a recent one from the brand that we loved.
We're never alone. And that is our strength. Because when we're doubted, we'll play as one. When we're held back, we'll go farther and harder. If we're not taken seriously, we'll prove that wrong. And if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport. We know things won't always go our way.
And the world's sporting events are postponed or cancelled.
But whatever it is, we'll find a way. And when things aren't fair, we'll come together for change.
We have a responsibility
to make this world a better place.
And no matter how bad it gets, we will always come back stronger. Because nothing can stop what we can do together. We're never alone.
Now, hopefully, you are geared up, so let's get back to marketing strategy. Campaigns make you remember the brand. Why? Because they help you connect with the brand at a deeper level, more than being just a product. Think Different connected Apple with historical legends, people who pushed change and became successful. Nike connects with that core part of you that wants to be the best. Marketing the DNA of the brand, that's what campaigns are all about. So, marketing strategy outlines the bigger picture of marketing efforts, such as the business target consumers. Now, the components for marketing strategy are your business goals, your target market, buyer persona, competitors, and value proposition that you give to the customers. Let's do a deep dive in all of them. Business goals. Defining your business goals and your marketing goals is the first step to creating an effective marketing strategy. It is about clarifying your business objectives and your marketing goals, what you're trying to achieve. Is it market growth or is it new product launch? Some of the examples of business and marketing goals include growing your customer base, increasing your sales, increasing brand awareness. Coming to the target market, strategic marketing requires comprehensive understanding of the marketplace, its economical and political context, and your product and the service placed within that. As you conduct the marketing research, you'll want to consider the factors which are competitors, particularly their value proposition and their market share, the market size, including the realistic number of customers that you would be interested in for your products, market gaps where you can provide the value, and possible economic and political realities that could impact the market in the long run. This brings us to buyer personas. Creating a customer profile is one of the quintessential parts of marketing. The purpose of every marketing campaign is to connect with potential customers. Your marketing strategy needs to include a comprehensive profile of your target audience. Consider your target audience in relation to the 4 Ps. Think through the following based on what you know about the market. Who is the target audience? What are their key demographics? What is your product's value proposition to the customer? How much is your target customer willing to pay for the product or the service? What does your target audience shop? And what marketing tactics are most persuasive to your target audience? As you research these questions and try to find an answer to them, your customer should become more clear in your view, and you can then create a marketing strategy for maximum impact. Which brings us to the competitors. Knowing your competition is a key when creating a marketing strategy. You're differentiating yourself enough from the competition, effectively drawing attention to your product. And you might already have an idea as to who your competitors are, but it's still better to list them and try and understand who has the most market share or who is it that your customers value the most. This brings us to the value proposition for customers. So when we're talking about the value proposition for customers, segmentation, targeting, and positioning, the STP refers to delivering most relevant personalized messages to your target audience. During segmentation and targeting and positioning process, you'll take the 3 steps. You'll identify your target audience. This process not only entails interviewing your current customers, but also carrying out market research and creating buyer personas. Targeting a segment of your target audience, it's best to speak to the narrow gap of highly qualified buyers than to send your message to everyone. Position your brand relative to what other brands are in the market. What do you do better than your competitors? It's essential to map out this information when creating the marketing strategy. Finally, we come to the marketing budget. A marketing budget is an essential element of your marketing strategy. Without allocating the right amount of funds and to the right channels in terms of advertising, in terms of creatives, you will not have a marketing strategy or an ad campaign that delivers a powerful impact. And then content. Content is going to be a mix of owned content, paid content, and the various channels that are going to be used for the content. So we'll discuss more of this when we discuss marketing plan. Next come the KPIs. So last but not the least, your marketing strategy must include metrics and key performance indicators to understand how well your strategies are working. The KPIs that you choose will depend on your business type and the preferred customer acquisition channel. Examples of KPI include CAC, that is customer acquisition cost, organic traffic conversion rate, or marketing qualified leads. These are just some of the examples. This brings us to the ends of metrics. Now, Once you've kind of done all this, you'll be in a better position to understand what is it that you require to do. Do you require to do a market penetration strategy, which is existing markets and existing products, or do you need to do a market development one, which is using your existing products but for new markets, or you need to do a product development strategy wherein you develop new products but for the existing market, or you need to do both the things together, new market and new products, which is also known as diversification. We wanted to discuss a couple of marketing strategies which have been very popular in the recent years. For example, direct to consumer as a marketing strategy. There are a couple of brands which became very popular using this marketing strategy, like Warby Parker, like Glossier, and Away. Also, some of the other brands included Harry's and Dollar Shave Club. We also wanted to share with you communication as a marketing strategy. One of the best examples for that was J.Crew, how they use their email marketing to differentiate themselves from the other competitors that were out there. These are just some of the creatives of email campaigns that J.Crew has sent over the years. This brings us to marketing campaign. Now let's try and understand what are the different components of a marketing campaign. It starts with the goal, and your goal can be product launch, brand awareness, generating revenue, driving leads, or gathering customer feedback. Which brings us to your budget, which is the return on investment that you want from the marketing campaign. And finally, the content, which will be used for promotions in the marketing campaign, the text, the images, the video, or is it going to be user-generated content? Now, the matrix for a marketing campaign can be for promoting a new product or service, it can be pre-order sales or upsells. For increasing brand awareness, it can be sentiment, social mentions, or press mentions. For generating revenue, it can be leads, sales, or upsells again. For boosting user engagement, it can be blog shares, social shares, and email interactions. And for gathering customer feedback, it can be social mentions or engagement. Which brings us to the channel. Channels can be email marketing, social media, direct mail, affiliate, or advertising, and these can be divided into 4 categories: paid, earned, shared, or owned. In paid, you have pay-per-click like search engines, native advertising, display ads, remarketing, sponsorships, paid influencers. In earned, you have the influencer marketing, the PR outreach, outreach to other extended networks, and with other publications and exclusives with publications. Then you have the shared ones, which is social sites, forums, referrals, and word of mouth. And finally, your owned media, your blog, your website, your newsletter, email campaigns, and your social profiles. So how do you create a successful marketing campaign? You start with setting a purpose and a goal for your campaign. You establish how you will measure the campaign, the KPIs. You define your target audience. You set a concept for the campaign and get in contact with the right team. You choose the channels on which you'll run the campaign. There has to be a timeline for the campaign. You ensure that your campaign is driving users towards the desired action that you want. You monitor the matrix. You establish the success numbers and the matrix, and then decide what you'll do with the campaign data. And this brings us to ad campaigns. Let's start with the advertising plan. You start with the campaign name and description, go to the target audience, the buyer personas, the advertising platforms or the platform mix that you'll be using, and the goals and the ROIs. What is going to be your end goal, and how are you going to measure that? An advertising campaign has these components: the platform, the ad type, the timeline, budget, distribution, and analysis. This is an example of a campaign timeline for you. And all advertising campaigns follow the DACI framework: the driver, the approver, the contributors, and the informed. A couple of campaigns that we wanted to discuss with you: the Tom's campaign, Everlane campaign, Glossier, Warby Parker.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com.
That was
What
the
is
video of Dollar Shave Club, the video
Well,
that
for $1 a
went
month, we send
viral,
high-quality
and
razors
Dollar Shave Club
right to your door.
owners were able to sell for billions of dollars.
$1.
We wanted to end the video with a couple of old school examples of advertisement which started the whole arena of ads, and most of these are from David Ogilvy, and some of these are from other London brand agencies, but we wanted to share these with you before we came to a close for the video. This is a Rolls-Royce one. The copy is something which kind of differentiated the ads of those times to what the ads are now. See how it says that at 60 miles an hour, the loudest voice in the new Rolls-Royce comes from your electric clock. Everybody knows about Dove, the 1/3 moisturizing cream kind of campaign. In an era of big cars, this is something that Volkswagen launched, and it's emphasized by a very small picture and then think small in the copy. And the Black Levi's ad campaign, when the world zigs, you zag. So that's it from here, from us, and hope you've enjoyed this video, and you'll stay tuned in for more as we bring to you more about what marketing is all about, what luxury marketing is, and we'll share with you case studies at all points to help you better understand how various companies and brands have been utilizing marketing strategy, and advertising to build their brand presence, to build the following that they have in today's world. Thank you.